America ranks #1 for the most homework given in the world. According to a MetLife study, more than 45% of students spend over an hour on homework per night. Homework was once thought of as a great way for students to practice skills outside of the classroom, but as the amount of homework given to students has rapidly increased, it has begun showing negative results.
Homework may be the greatest single extinguisher of children's curiosity that we have yet invented.
Well, in moderate quantities, it's supposed to reinforce study skills, build good study habits at home, reinforce what kids are learning in school, and of course make a kid feel like a really accomplished student, like he really likes school.
When you think about it, it's kind of weird that after spending all day in school, kids are asked to do more academic assignments when they get home. What's weirder about that is that we don't think it's weird. That we never stop to ask whether it's logical, whether it's consistent with our ultimate goals for children's development, or whether any research supports it. The questions I want to ask about homework are not the little bitty questions like should we cap it at X minutes. I want to ask the question, why do kids need to work a second shift when they get home on academic assignments? True or false? The vast majority of kids do not enjoy doing homework. Even those who are not agonizing over it, are not weeping over it, even those who are able to do it and keep a fairly cheerful disposition, regard homework as something to be gotten over with as quickly as possible so they can move on to things they like doing. True? Why would we expect homework to be academically beneficial given that almost all kids look at it that way? What must we be assuming about learning or about children to believe that their attitudes about what they're doing are irrelevant? Are we assuming homework, it's like, the kids are like vending machines where you put in an assignment and you get out learning? That mechanistic model must be implicitly at root when we say, of course, the kids hate homework. Well, that's not going to stop us from giving it to them. What psychology teaches us is that what predicts to outcomes, like the benefit or lack of benefit of doing something, is not merely the behavior of doing it, but the attitudes and goals and perspectives of the human beings, the subjects who are involved in doing it.
According to a 2001 review of more than 120 studies of homework and its effects by Duke University, there is no correlation between the amount of homework and achievement in elementary school and very little correlation in middle school. Even in high school, too much homework may diminish its effectiveness or become counterproductive.
Countries that score highest on the TIMSS test, which are tests of international comparisons, actually assign less homework.
A study done by Stanford University found that too much homework can negatively affect kids, especially their lives away from school where family, friends, and activities matter. The study found that 99% of students consider homework as a stressor, but what's striking is that 56% of them consider homework to be the main stressor in their lives, over test scores and grades. High school students aren't physically and emotionally equipped to handle excessive amounts of stress.
The least of it, they're getting sleep problems, they're getting stomach aches, they're getting fear of school, they're developing tics. I mean, there's some really bad problems.
I've gone through bouts of depression just because you feel so swamped.
I almost had emotional breakdown. There have been 6 suicides in our school district.
According to the American Psychological Association, typical school children today report more anxiety than child psychiatric patients did in the 1950s. Good news is we can do something about this situation. We can create basic, common sense guidelines for sensible approaches to homework. The National Education Association recommends 10 minutes of homework per grade per night, meaning a first grader would get 10 minutes of homework and a second grader would get 20 minutes of homework and so on. But a 12th grader should receive no more than 2 hours of homework per night. It's not enough to just have less homework, but there needs to be better homework. Educators at all grade levels should assign homework only when the assignments advance the spirit of learning and curiosity among students. These assignments should provide a unique learning experience that cannot be held within the confines of a school setting or a school day. Homework should be fun and engaging for the student. It should be experimental learning that integrates the student's existing interests and family commitments. It could be at-home reading or project-based work chosen by the student.